Welcome, ladies, to the Real Estate InvestHER Show, providing inspiration, strategies, and insight to empower women investors to live balanced and financially free lives. Now, here are your co-hosts, Liz and Andresa.
Welcome back, InvestHERs. This is Liz.
And this is Andresa.
Excited to have you back on another minisode. Love it. I was waiting for you to say something or some funky sound, right? We need like a cowbell in the background. All right. This is a minisode. So we are all about efficiency and thickness, but depth. Because what we're up to here with these minisodes is we open up our own lives and our own businesses and kind of share some learned lessons of something amazing that's happened in our business or something that's horrible in our business, or just some learned lessons along the way that we think our investors would really appreciate hearing and learning from, and getting a quick sip of water or something like that instead of a whole glass of water, right?
That's exactly it.
All right. So what are we talking about today, Miss Andresa?
So today I want to talk about time, right? We all have 24 hours, and it's no secret for everybody that we cannot get that time back, right? So we think about how we spend that. And the more and more that I, do meditation, I feel that I am able to slow time. And I was like, how is that even possible? But I'm not talking about meditation today. Today, I'm going to talk about 5 techniques that I used. And you probably heard this. So you probably are thinking, why are you repeating it? So here's my point. I'm going to take those techniques that I probably told you about and take it to the next level. So it's fresh. All right, guys, ready? Let's start.
So it's 5 techniques on how to slow time or to gain more time. Gain time. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And still accomplish what you got to accomplish, right? So the technique number 1 is audiobook. And you know that I listen to audiobook. I already told you that. So the reason why I'm telling you is that let's take to the next level. How can I do that in a more efficient way? So you guys understand that you can read it in different speed, right? So I was playing around and I was like, no, hold on a second. You're too fast, lady or guy, whatever. I was like, no. That's just like too claustrophobic for me, too fast. No. However, I am okay with 1.3 speed. So I was able to still listen to it, get to the point. But, some readers are very slow, right? And that's just like, okay. So, so I can do a little bit faster. So that's my number 1 tip. Check it out. What do you feel comfortable with and what fits your needs? And if you're okay with the way that it is, fine. But if you want to speed up something, that's an option for you.
And what are your favorite ones? Do you use Audible? Do you use audio books? There's a lot of different, which one do you?
Audible.
Yeah.
But I can also speed up the reading for anything basically that I want. So that's it. Second thing is blocking time, right? I block the time. So one thing that I do is I block 6 months ahead because I know when I am going to be able to, meet up somebody for lunch. So I already look forward to do that, but I don't do that in a weekly basis. So I already put on Google Calendar and I color code. So everything that I need to be in person is red because I know that I need me there. So I schedule like 6 months ahead. So I don't need to do that in a regular basis. So the more things that you can automate, better for you. You don't waste your time. So it's already booked, right? And don't forget to book yourself and get that time because you cannot double book when you already book yourself the time for you there. The third thing is I turn off all my apps, the notifications of them. But then The problem is I still see the little light on top of my phone, right? Flipping. I was like,
that little light, that evil little light.
Right. So take to the next level. Either you put your phone facing down or away from you. So, and I also hear vibration. So I turned that off too. Right. So when I am in a meeting, when I am focusing on getting something done, I can accomplish that faster if I don't have so many distractions or thinking things pulling me,
Yep.
If somebody's calling me more than 3 times, I know either somebody's dying or the building is on fire, right? And I always tell them, call 911 first.
Don't make me maybe the second or third call.
Exactly, right? Thank you very much. The fourth thing is we always want to know what's going on in real estate, right? The news and everything, the market especially, but how can we keep up with everything? And I can, and I don't want to spend time going to websites and doing that. I want those news to come to me. And the way that I do that is through Google Alerts. And you can go to Google and Google Alerts. You heard me right? I'm not going to explain to you how to do that. But what do I have that on Google Alerts is basically my keynotes or keywords that I want to receive information about that specifically. So if it is apartment syndication is one, for example, I receive information about apartment syndications and I can specify the location and in all different criteria that I want to put it there. So I receive those news and I scan those news in the morning when I want to receive them, and I read only the ones that it's interest to me. So that's one thing. The last thing that I will say is meetings. We all have meetings, right? And I am assuming that you already have a meeting with a starting time and an ending time, right? Let's assume that.
We'll assume that.
Let's assume that, right? And I always we are always mindful, Liz, of starting on time and ending on time. Our mastermind is all around that as well, right? We respect people's time and we want to be mindful of the life that they have outside those meetings. But I heard Oprah interviewing Brad Cooper about the movie. And on that interview...
Well, the one he was just in with like Lady Gaga?
Yes.
Got it.
And The Star is Born.
Yeah.
And then she asked him on that interview prior of getting that interview, what was his intention and what he wanted to get out of the meeting. And I was like, that's brilliant, right? Because sometimes we get into conversations, we get into meetings with completely different agendas, with completely different intentions, right? I was in a meeting another day and I was like, what the hell I'm doing here? I take responsibility because I probably did not communicate what was my intention, or I did not make it clear that we only had half an hour. So let's get to the point. And I get it and I'm working on it, that I need to build relationship with people, but I am the type of person that, okay, we're going to build a relationship. That's fine. Let's do that. But if you want me to help you, I need to get to that point of understanding what help do you need so I can help you. Yeah. So before you go to an interview or a meeting or whatever interaction you want to call, state to that person, tell the other person what's your intention with that meeting, what do you want to gain out of that meeting, and ask the other person. And sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, what the hell you're talking about? But it's important for us to also understand if the intention from that person is get out of that meeting with one action that she needs to take, or one he or she needs to take to get to the next step, or I really want to understand the lending process. I just want you to hear me. That's all. Or I just wanted to know you more. That's all. So that, and then you're able to fulfill the other person's needs and vice versa. So those are my 5.
What are the 5 again? Tell us also 5. They were brilliant.
Audiobook. Okay.
Yep.
You go quicker like this. The second one is booking time ahead, blocking the time on your Google Calendar and color code, but not doing that in a weekly base. Do that months ahead. The third thing is turn off your notifications, and so you don't see them. You turn your cell phone down or put that away. The fourth thing is Google Alerts. So you receive only the news that you want to receive. And the fifth and last thing is state your intention and when you're going to get out of the meeting. So you feel that your time was worth and that person's time was worth.
Well, that's awesome. I love everything you said. And as I'm hearing you say these different things, I'm like, okay, what can I apply? What can I apply to my own life? And that's what we want you to take away from today, investors. What's one thing that you can take away that Andresa has so eloquently stated here about, really, really creating more peace, but also create more, space for yourself around time. So we hope this was helpful. Have a fantastic day.
Yes. And join our Facebook community. If you've never heard about it, check it out. And also research about meetups around your area. We are expanding and we want to make sure that you get the support that you deserve and need. So get in contact with us if you need any support.
Yeah, just go to the realestateinvesther.com and all that good stuff is there. So thank you for listening. Make it a great day.
Thank you. If you enjoyed this podcast and want to receive updates on our next interviews, go to our website, therealestateinvestor.com. There, you can subscribe to our show, become part of our InvestHER community, and get updates on upcoming episodes.
If you like our show, please share it with other women who would benefit. And don't forget to leave us a rating on iTunes. We'd really appreciate it. And as always, we encourage you to take one action as a result of today's show and put it into motion so you can live both a financially free and balanced life. Thanks for spending time with us.
Ciao.